Okay, welcome back. Today's Swiss Army knife will be a 1980 to 1985 Victorinox Craftsman. This is a 5-layer knife from the Tinker line. Still a 91mm knife, right at 1 inch tall. And then with the 5 layers, it's right at about 7/8 inches wide. So we'll get into it. Some of the dating features that we see right off the bat is the key ring is on the screwdriver side, so we know that's pre-1991. Then our screwdriver is a square type with no file, but we do have the can key. So the square Phillips screwdriver with no file with the can key ran from 1975 to about 1986. And then we have the precision screwdriver. This is the early style that ran from 1977 until about 1985. And we have our post 61 pre-1985 reamer awl with a sharpened edge but no sewing eye. Get our standard opening layer with the can opener, and a precision screwdriver, but I'm calling it a post 1980 knife because we do not have the Swiss Pat stamp on there. I'm calling it a pre-1985 knife because we have no 90-degree stop on our cap lifter. We do have our wire bender and our standard hollow ground screwdriver, but we do not have the wire stripper that was dropped in 1980. Next layer is the scissors. So these are post 73 because they have the 2-band wire spring. We have the screw instead of the rivet, and obviously because of the age there's no spring guide. You have your fish scaler that adds the ruler from 1975, and then it has a magnetic tip. They dropped the magnetic tip in about 1985, 1986. And you have your wood saw. You'll also have a metal saw, and this type of metal saw with a nail cleaner came around in 1975 and ran until approximately 1990. And if you'll take note of our dating videos, it has the older style file where it stops a little bit further up on the tang. The standard main blade, your tang stamps on this one are Victorinox Switzerland stainless Rossfry, and you have the officer Suisse on the back. And you have your post 1973 spear point blade, but this one's obviously been sharpened a little aggressively. Retain your standard scale tools. You have your post 78 tweezers with the plastic tip. and your toothpick. So the later Craftsman's knives did away with the wood saw and the fish scaler and added the pliers. And then there's several different variations. There's a Master Craftsman, which is basically a Ranger, I believe, or I may have that confused with this model. And then there's some models that have a spaceman, astronaut inlay or a spaceship inlay that are commemorative to the NASA program. And there are urban legends or records that the Craftsman 84 millimeter was carried by some of the astronauts into space. Okay, again, a 1980 to 1985 Victorinox Craftsman, based on the lack of the Swiss Pat stamp on the can opener, the lack of a 90-degree stop on your cap lifter, and then having this style of Phillips screwdriver, the old style precision screwdriver, and then the lack of a sewing eye on the reamer awl. So I appreciate your time. Stay tuned. Be nice to one another.